So, good morning to Mr. Dr. Zamri, and today I'll be explaining about the chemical safety awareness to the workers. So, my name is Aiman Rozaini bin Ahmad, and I'm from Bosch. And this is the topic outline. As you can see, I have the 13 topic outline. So, firstly, this is my introduction to chemical safety. And as you can see, chemical safety in the workplace means that managing chemicals to prevent harm to the people and also the environment. And chemicals that is stem from the hazards from the chemical, physical, or biological characteristics. And every year, thousands of workers are affected by chemical exposures. These are the four key characteristics of the chemical which are the ignitable, corrosive, reactive, and also toxic. So second one is the common workplace chemicals. Many workplace use chemicals from cleaning product to industrial solvents. This can be found in industries like manufacturing, agriculture, or healthcare. Uh, the most common types, which is solvents, acids, and pesticides. Being familiar with these types helps us recognize the potential hazards and take right safety measures. To understand more about the chemical hazards, we can break it into three main types. Which the first one is health hazards, and health hazards has like toxics, carcinogens, and the second hazard is physical hazards such as flammable or explosive. And the last one is environmental hazards that can cause harm into the ecosystems. It's also important to understand the exposure types, which it can be break down into two types. The first one is acute exposure, which can happen quickly, while a chronic exposure builds up over time. So next is the chemical safety legislation. So there are five main legislations or law that the chemical industries must be important. So the first one is OSHA 1994, the second one is FMA 1967, and the third one is Environmental Quality Act 1974. The fourth and the last one is Pesticides Act 1974 and Poison Act 1952. So there are laws that protect the workers from chemical hazards. As you can see that uh, I'll, I'll have I'll have break it down here. And the first one is the employer responsibility and also the employees' rights and responsibility. Because employers must ensure the safety procedures are in place, and the employees must be follow them. Regulatory bodies like OSHA and DOSH provides guideline and the compliance is key to preventing any accident happens in the industries. So next one is DHS labeling system or globally harmonized system. This can make the chemicals labels easier to understand, which the labels include pictogram, signal words like danger or warnings, and hazards to prevent any precautionary. They also show the product name and the supplier info. As you can see in the slides, I've been given the example of JHL labels, which you can find in any product of chemicals. So the next one is a document that called safety data sheets, which safety data sheets or SDS provide detailed info on the chemicals, including the hazards, handling, and also how to storage the chemicals. Each SDS has a 16 section, which I provide below. And if you read it carefully. You must read it carefully before working with any chemicals. And also, SDS must be accessible and updated whether in print or digital form. So these are the health effect of the chemical exposure, and I've break down it into four parts. Which the first part is short terms or acute effects, and the second part is long terms, chronic effects, the sign and the symptoms to watch for, and also the medical monitoring. And this means that exposure can cause short-term effect like headaches or skin irritation, or which and also the long-term effect can cause cancer or lung disease, and also or the things that have been listed down. Different chemical targets different organ, and uh, recognizing the symptoms early and reporting them can help prevent serious health issue. And all the symptoms uh, I have noted down, and I hope that people can read it carefully and understand all the symptoms. So the next one is the roots of the chemical exposure, and the chemicals can enter our body into five ways. And the five ways is inhalation, skin absorption, ingestion, eye contact, and also injection. Knowing all these routes helps us choose the right protective measure like ventilations or glove. Uh, this all can help to reduce the risk of exposure to the chemicals. And uh, we use a hierarchy to control all the chemical hazards. First, we try to eliminate the hazards, but if that's not possible, try to substitute it with something safer. Then use engineering controls like ventilation, and then followed by administrative controls, and like maybe like training. And the last one is PPE, which is the last line of defense and should never be the only protection towards the chemical exposure. So the next one is self-handling chemical handling procedure. Before using any chemicals, check the labels and the SDS. Use the proper tools or transfer the chemicals and wear appropriate TPE, and then transport the chemicals safely and keep your workspace clean. A good housekeeping reduce the risk of spills and also the accidents. And as you can see, there are four main ways or procedures that are shown, which the first one is pre-use safety checks, and then self-handling techniques, self-transport procedures, and also post-use procedures. So the next is chemical storage guidelines. Store chemicals based on their compatibility, but some chemicals may react dangerously when mixed. Use proper containers, label everything clearly, and keep an up-to-date with the inventory. Secondary containment can prevent spills from spreading and causing harm to the workers. And for the emergency response for chemical accidents, in case of a spill or exposure, stay calm and follow the emergency plan. But also you can also use the poster that are in my slides to easy to break down. But let me explain. So use the IWA station or safety showers if needed, and then know the emergency contact and evacuation route, and all the incidents should be reported and documented if no one is injured. So for conclusion, all the people in the workspace, including the employers, the employees, and the management teams, must ensure that everyone must be kept safe from the chemical exposure. And they must also know all the chemicals that you work with because you have been exposed to it. and all of them must always read the labels and the SDS before handling. Follow all the established procedures because this can prevent all the unnecessary risks of exposure. But remember that chemical safety isn't just about compliance, it's about protecting yourself and your coworkers. And the best way is prevention is always better than responses. So this is my references, and uh, I hope that's all for me. And thank you.